time, but one thing has stayed consistent. Celebrating 30 years on the air on WROI is the first federal program. Hosts may have changed, but the program is still the same. Now continuing a long-standing tradition, streaming on the First Federal Facebook page and on WROI. It's time for the First Federal.
And good morning. It is time for the First Federal program here on this Friday the 13th.
Ooh, Friday the 13th, Randy.
It's the second one in a row now.
Second one?
Yeah,
The second of 3 this year.
Yeah, I know. Get them out of the way early, right?
Do you have a fear of Friday the 13th?
No. What do you want to fear the 13th for? It's a lucky number. Lucky 13.
Yes. Todd Van Sickle here today. Have special guests Tammy, Schlarf, and Suellen and Denny. This is a special day today because dear friend Suellen and Denny, they'll be here talking about Sleep in Heavenly Peace, an initiative to provide beds to children in our community. And we'll be talking with them in a few minutes. Good morning, Tammy, and good morning, Suellen.
Good morning.
Friday the 13th. Any fears about Friday the 13th?
No, my youngest child was born on the 13th, so she thinks it's a lucky day. So
See?
I'm gonna go
Yes,
with
lucky day.
Lucky 13?
I'm not so sure, but
So Randy, today, as Winnie the Pooh may say, it's going to be a blustery day in the 100-acre wood today.
Or more.
Or more.
it is definitely. They're saying 45 to 60 mile an hour wind gusts, so hang on to your hats.
March is usually the craziest weather month. We
And
get
it's
70 degrees, tornadoes,
living it out.
and I see snow next week.
Oh yeah, it's going to be 70 on Sunday,
Then
and
snow.
then snow on Monday. So, yeah,
That's what makes the
if you like all 4 seasons in a weekend, this will be it.
And that's what makes Indiana great, changing the seasons, and perfect timing for high school basketball regionals this
I've got
weekend.
regionals this weekend, college basketball getting all their tournament games finished up so they can have the draw on Sunday. We'll see where everybody ends up being. And then March Madness starts next week.
So Friday the 13th, Randy, Tammy, Suellen, are you a fan of the Friday the 13th movies?
no.
No, never watched them. Didn't care.
Either have I. I don't like
No.
movies like that. We probably know the name of the main character though, right?
Well, Freddy, yeah.
It's Jason.
Oh, Jason, yeah, that's right. I was thinking Freddy
Krueger's
Krueger.
one
Yeah,
of Nightmare on Elm Street.
that's right. That was a nightmare.
Yeah.
I get them. They're all the same.
Friday
I'll
the
watch
13th. Well, just make your own luck today. That's
There
what
you
I'm
go.
saying. Just go out there and enjoy the day, the blustery day. Because we have Tammy and Suellen here representing Sleep in Heavenly Peace, I rummaged around on the internet last night and went to the very reliable source, Wikipedia. And
Always check on
these
that.
are estimates, so it's maybe not really a right answer. Our question has to do with Sleep in Heavenly Peace is an initiative to provide beds for children in our community. Correct? Is that the
Yes, in our community, but it's also nationwide.
nationwide? That's true. Okay. So the question today is, what is an estimate of the number of children in Indiana that do not have a bed to sleep on? So that got a range of numbers here.
Okay.
A, 2,000 to 11,000. B, 12,000 to 31,000. C, 32,000 to 50,000. Or D, greater than 50,000. I'll even give you a hint here.
Yeah.
The estimate is it's 2 to 3% of the children population. So if you know the child population in Indiana, you can kind of figure out the number. We'll guess this at the end of the
Google
show.
out quick.
Yes. We'll come to this answer later, but it's very interesting because, I mean, something we take for granted about having a bed to sleep in is a luxury, unfortunately, for some people. Have you ever slept on the floor, Randy?
I have. It's not very comfortable.
Very comfortable, uncomfortable. So
Some people like it. That's nice and hard, but no, not for me. Thank you.
whenever I have to, it's usually like for an outing or family, or camping or something like that. It's like that. Nights of sleep are pretty rough. So that's what Tammy and Suellen are here to do. Talk about how we can provide beds for the children in our community, so they don't have to go through those things. So sports, got college basketball.
Yes, we do.
You mentioned that a little bit. I believe Purdue won yesterday.
They did.
So Tanner prepared a script. He
I'm
said
sure.
they will play tonight if they beat Northwestern.
And they did.
So he must not have been confident, So they're playing Nebraska tonight. Colts news, they kept their quarterback
They
and
did.
best wide receiver, Daniel Jones and Alec Pierce. I mean, the numbers are just crazy. I don't understand, like, injured person, $88 million
Yeah.
total contract.
It's, number, when they started throwing all that stuff out, so,
They're just
I get-
zeros, Randy.
yeah, lots of them.
Lots of zeros. So that's probably good news if you're a Colts fan. You got your quarterback
It's a
and
start,
your
yes.
receiver back. World Baseball Classic, do you follow that at all?
I'm watching a little bit. USA got lucky.
They're in the quarterfinals
Yeah.
now, right?
Yeah, they got lucky, but
Well, I was watching highlights the other night, and I think, I'm not sure of the order there, but it was Kyle Schwarber, Aaron Judge, Bryce Harper. That's kind of a murderer's row lineup, you know? And you can't pitch around that. So if you're a fan of that, that's on the network somewhere.
yeah, I got Canada.
Canada, okay. Next quarterfinal game,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So we're kind of in this bridge period for high school sports too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Softball has officially started practice, but baseball will not start till next week. But then a lot of things don't go until because everybody goes on spring break. So once spring break gets back, then all heck breaks loose.
So most local teams are done with basketball and wrestling and other
There
winter
are several,
sports.
yeah, that are, yeah, most are.
Now we're starting spring sports, but like it's a blustery day. You're not going to be fun to go out and have softball practice today
Might be fun on the golf course today.
if you're hitting with them.
Yeah. 500-yard drive today,
And also that.
or a 2-yard drive if you go with
And
into
if,
it.
I saw a lot of people on the golf course earlier this week when it was at 70 degrees. It was
Oh,
that to look like.
It's open, and of course I don't know if it's open depending on weather. Let's put it that way. The golf course is Mother Nature, and Mother
Yes.
Nature can control that right now. But
Speaking of the golf course, Tanner will be back next week, and he's going to have Lee Cutting on as our guest on
Awesome.
the golf course. So talk about more golf then. And Tanner left us some tidbits. On this day in 1877, American Chester Greenwood patents the earmuffs after inventing them at the age of 15.
Huh.
Unfortunately, the earmuffs may be needed this weekend if you have some.
or at least today,
Yeah,
and then again Monday.
then it'll be 70 degrees.
Yeah, they'll be 70. You put them away for a day.
On this day in 1960, NFL's Chicago Cardinals, before the Bears, moved to St. Louis. Then they moved to Arizona in 1988. On this day in 2022, Tom Brady announced that he was going to come back to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers after his 40-day retirement.
I remember that.
Had a pretty good impact with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now he's going to be mentoring, sounds like, Fernando Mendoza if they draft him as an Oakland Raider because he's in the ownership team, it seems like. You a Tom Brady fan?
Oh, he's all right.
So I think you are, aren't you? You're a football fan.
Yeah,
Yes.
yes, we'll take it.
This is an interesting stat that Tanner came up with. On this day in 2023, vinyl records outsold CDs for the first time since 1987. I don't even know if people have CD players anymore. They're not in cars.
No, not the new ones.
Streaming. So
Right.
it makes some sense because CDs, now vinyl records are back in vogue. And I remember you used to have probably crates of them, didn't you, Randy?
I didn't have crates of them, but we had a few.
And I sold mine many, many years ago. Then I go to see to my son and daughter's houses, and they have vinyl records of the ones that I sold many years ago.
Yep.
But they're in much better condition because they look like they're new. So vinyl records was always kind of a fun thing to listen and play. So today is World Sleep Day, so it's appropriate that we have Sleep in Heavenly Peace people here talking about beds. It's National Good Samaritan Day, so do something nice for somebody else. Solar Appreciation Day. I don't know if we're going to see the sun today. So if you do see it, make sure you appreciate it. National Freelancers Day. National Canine Veterans Day. That's a good thing to honor. National Coconut Torte Day. I don't know if I've ever had a coconut torte.
No
So
coconut
you're a
for me.
baker. Do you make things like that?
No, I'm not a fan of coconuts.
Okay, neither am I. Neither am I. National Preschoolers Day, National Jewel Day, and of course, in honor of the earmuff, it's National Earmuff Day. Those are our tidbits today. We have some upcoming events. The Fulton County Chamber of Commerce is now seeking nominations for their annual awards, including the Community Service Award, Organization of the Year Award, Business Professional of the Year, and Emerging Business Award. So if you know anybody in the community that might fit any of those categories, it's great to recognize them. Contact the Chamber office to nominate them. You need to do that by March 11th, so that's coming up real soon. You contact Chelsea Smith at the Chamber office at 224-2666. Any other events coming up, Randy, that you know of?
Not that I know of, no.
Money news. Dow was down about 800 points yesterday. It's down about 1,000 points from last week, so looks like it's been going pretty steady, and it's all driven around the Iran war, things like that. Fuel prices.
Oh yeah, they're on the rise.
Barrel of fuel now is about $100. Noticed in my driving about over the last few days that like diesel's over $5. I don't know if I ever recall seeing that. That's pretty high to me, it seems like. On a more lighter note, though, Nintendo has sold 2.2 million units of Pokemon Pokapia. It's hard for me to say. It's been released 4 days, and they've sold 2.2 million copies.
Wow.
Pokemon Pokapia. Apparently, it's for your Switch 2. Not much of a gamer. Are you a gamer, Randy?
No gamer, no.
Suellen, Tammy?
No.
I bet maybe your grandkids are.
They are.
So they might know what Pokemon Pokapia is.
Yes.
Apparently, Pokemon Pokapia is set in a post-apocalyptic world where only Pokemon are left. They're trying to rebuild a utopia.
Okay.
That's tidbits of news today in the money news. But I try to bring up something positive about gamers are still out there, and 2.2 million copies in 4 days is exceeding everybody's expectations. Bank is open today, open all weekend, Monday, usual hours today, and Saturday and Monday. And of course, you can always bank with us online, and with our mobile app, you can gain access to all our services online, apply for loans, open accounts, look for ATMs to enjoy surcharge-free ATMs wherever you're out and about in the community or the state. We're still offering Simply Free checking and business free checking accounts. Those are two great deals. It's pretty hard to find a bank that offers free accounts anymore. And we're in transition of our free gifts. So if you open an account, we'll be transitioning to a humidifier fan starting next week. But right now you can get a toaster, coffee mug, or mini chopper. So if you want to open a free account and get a gift, or refer a friend to open an account, we'll offer a free gift. With spring happening right now, right around the corner, and some summer starting, if you're thinking about any type of home financing, refinancing your home, or maybe moving up to a bigger home, or maybe doing a home improvement project, we're here to help you. We've got Ben Dalton and Stacy Wilson from our Rochester branch, and Ryan Austin in our Winamac branch. They can get you pre-approved so we can see how we can help you if you have any questions about anything. The world of mortgage finance has gotten complicated over the years. They can make it easy for you. Just call Stacy, Ben, or Ryan, and we'd be happy to help you out. They're very personable. We have them on the show frequently, and we'll make it an easy process for you. That's one of our specialties. We have Zach Reuter, basically our commercial lender, ready and willing to help you out if you have any commercial financing needs, especially real estate. And then financial services, Brian Blubaugh, Mark Blubaugh, Brian Bell, and Grant Goman now's the time of year, tax time's coming up. If you're looking at retiring and maybe rolling over your 401k or need an IRA, we'd be happy to help you out with that. That's bank news. You can like us on Facebook, follow us on X, Instagram, LinkedIn, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're the only locally owned bank in Fulton County. We don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best. Of course, borrowers must meet underwriting guidelines. We are FDIC insured and an equal housing lender, and our NMLS number is 399927.
And that makes it legal. We're ready for the fun part of the show.
It's great having Tammy Schlarf and Suellen and Denny on the show today from the Sleep in Heavenly Peace Initiative. If you're looking on Facebook, they've got great shirts that say SHP, Sleep in Heavenly Peace. So why don't you tell us a little bit about what Sleep in Heavenly Peace is?
It's a national-wide organization that provides beds to children in need ages 3 through 17. They're new beds, twin size, and completely
Mattress,
set up
bed sheets,
bed
things like
sheets,
that, pillows.
comforter, pillow, yeah. And when we deliver, we set the bed completely up, make the bed, and then wish them well.
And you build the bed too, that's part of the program.
Yes, we're getting ready for a bed build, April 11th, and that, we're hoping the community to help join us and do that, and, we are looking to build 40 beds, and, this is being sponsored completely this time by the Optimist Club.
Optimist Club is a great partner in the community. They do lots of great things. I know, so you're in the Optimist Club.
Both of us are.
Both of them are. So it's great that they're kind of the parent organization shepherding this, but you plan on developing this into its kind of own entity too.
We got started, another Sleep in Heavenly Peace person came and presented to our Optimist Club and was telling about the many applications or people trying to get beds in Fulton County, and they could not deliver to them because no one around here was,
Outside the area, yeah.
right, was servicing them. And so the Optimist Club, we voted that we would take this on and see what we could do. And then Tammy and I raised our hands and said, okay, we'll check into it, and here we are.
Yes.
Yeah.
And once we checked into it, we found there was such a need here, and it really does need to be bigger than the Optimist. So we are actually going to become a chapter on the 1st of May.
That's awesome.
For all of Fulton County. And when we become a chapter, we take on all the work. We start vetting the applications and doing all of that. So we're looking forward to it.
So Sleep in Heavenly Peace is a national organization that you're bringing locally, basically,
Yes,
because there is a need in our community.
very much so.
And you've delivered some beds already, is that
Yes,
correct?
we have delivered 49 beds since the mid-December, and we have a few more scheduled to go out.
That's
So-
something we kind of take for granted as we were talking about, if you've ever slept on the floor, I mean, it's usually not much fun.
Mhm.
And I couldn't imagine a child having to spend all their time sleeping on the floor. And as we kind of talked about the start of the show, it can lead to some problems for children and not give them the right advantages growing up, like restlessness and lower school performance. These are statistics that are shown nationally to happen just because of not having a bed. And something we take for granted that people have beds is kind of amazing that we think you've already delivered 49 in Fulton County.
Mhm.
And that's a great thing you're doing. So how did you, and the Optimist Club saw the need for it and got involved, but what drove you personally to get involved with this?
Oh, I guess I worked at school. I just felt kids need a voice, and I know how much they would appreciate it. And if you ever deliver a bed and a child gets on that bed, there's nothing that warms your heart more than seeing that.
I remember you shared an experience with me a few weeks ago, last time we saw each other, like how somebody was really excited, like saying, is that my bed?
Right. And we had quite a few that we did before Christmas, and I said, what better present could we give those children?
So Tammy, it sparked an interest in you to become more involved in this, because you're already an Optimist Club
Correct.
doing all the great things the Optimist Club does.
Correct.
So you're interested in sleep in heavenly peace. What drove you?
Kind of the same thing as Suellen. I have grandchildren, and I can't imagine them, sleeping on floors or sleeping on couches. And I think it's going to make a difference in the community. And I'm retired, and Suellen and I are good friends, and we said, hey, we can step out and do this. But it was important that the Optimists are funding the first bed build for the 40 beds. But it really is community. So we've gotten the Rotary involved. We're going to talk to the Lions. We've talked to Kiwanis. Those are everybody in the community is so excited about this. We did a bedding drive in January, and it was amazing what the outpouring was.
So the bedding drive, I remember you were accepting bedding sets and comforters and pillows at the pumpkin stand and also at the Wellness Center.
Right,
Yeah.
yes.
Did you get a good turnout for that?
We did, and everything has to be brand new. So we just want to make sure that that's out there because, when we give it to a child, we want them to have something new.
So, already delivering 49 beds, having a bed build in April for another 40 beds. It's more than just you two doing this, right?
Yes, yes.
Oh, yes.
So, you have lots of volunteers behind you, and you're always looking for volunteers too.
Yes, yes.
We are.
Anyone is welcome.
We are not only looking for volunteers for the bed build, and at the bed build that we're going to hold at the Baptist Church on Main Street on April 11th, that's where we build the bed parts. We're building the side rails, we're building the headboards, the footboards. We then store all of those with the mattresses and all the soft goods. But then we actually need volunteers to go out and deliver the beds. When we have somebody apply for a bed, we show up with all the lumber and everything in a truck, and we actually put it together in the home.
So kind of like Lincoln Logs, you're putting the pieces together in the home.
Yes.
And
Correct.
constructed them so it's kind of an easy thing to do.
Exactly.
So there's cost involved with this too because the lumber and the pieces of the bed aren't cheap, basically, right?
They are not. Our cost per bed is right around $250. When we get donations of all the soft goods and people are continuing to donate comforters and sheets, that's that much money that we can put toward lumber and hardware. So we are looking at, again, the need is there. We haven't had a bed build yet. Kosciuszko County has stepped up to give us everything for the beds that we've delivered so far. So we're going to have a bed build. We're going to need to, share back. They were so generous, we need to give them some beds back, but then we need to build up our own supply. So we're going to have some more bed builds. So anybody who wants to, we can find a job for you at a bed build.
The logistics of this are, pretty big it seems like, because you need financial support, one, to buy the materials to build the beds, then you need to build the beds, then you need to store the beds. So there's lots of logistics to this. So, just giving bed setting sheets is great, but also we need financial support to
Correct.
help out the cost to build the beds.
Yes.
So, go ahead, Sue.
Well, just on the bed build, no experience required, just so everybody knows.
You don't need to be the master carpenter, right?
No,
You do
no,
not.
you do not.
Because
no.
you've probably got a few of those on your volunteer team. to help
Yes,
out with
we
that.
do. Yes, we do. And, everybody, they'll find a job for anyone. I know there has been at one bed build, there was an elderly man, he was over 100 years old, it was his birthday. He wanted to be at the bed build, and they found a job for him.
That's awesome.
He couldn't stay the whole time, which is fine. We'll take whatever we get, our bed build is from 8 to noon, and so whoever can join us, there is a waiver that they signed, so we're encouraging people, we're putting out that link to sign up ahead of time, or you can sign up at the bed build.
So where would they find that link? Is that on
Correct.
It will be on Facebook.
Facebook? Okay. And under Sleep in Heavenly Peace, Fulton County, or how do they find that?
Yes, in Sleep in Heavenly Peace, but it will say, when you first open up, it's shpbeds.org, and when you first open that up, it's going to come up with Kosciuszko County.
Because we're not a chapter until 1 May.
So don't
So
be alarmed.
Kosciuszko is actually assisting us and kind of teaching us in this first bed build, and then the next bed build will be all on us.
Yeah, but Kosciuszko promised that they would still be there for us.
Well, that's great, it takes, I mean,
Yes, we
a
made
seed
good friends
money
with
and
them.
a partnership and,
Yes.
and then with the Optimus Club backing and support here, it's a great group of people that can make this happen, and lots of exciting things going on with that.
Yes.
So
And
let's, go ahead.
one of the disadvantages that we have is that we are such a rural community. A lot of the Sleep in Heavenly Peace chapters are in large cities where they have.
Metropolitan areas.
Correct, and in a metropolitan area, you've got large companies that are donating people and time, and hey, let's do it in our parking lot. We don't have that, but we have an amazing community spirit. So these community groups are coming together, the churches are coming together, people are taking up collections for us of money and soft goods, so it's kind of been amazing, the response in Fulton County.
That is great, like you said, I mean, it takes a village basically.
It really does.
And the community spirit of the Optimus Club kind of fosters this through all the things they do in the community to help out everybody in the community, especially the children. And this is just kind of an offshoot of extension of what the Optimus Club does. But now there's another initiative, Sleep in Heavenly Peace. So that's great.
Do you have an estimate of how many beds that are needed in Fulton County? I know Todd's got the question about in the state, but for Fulton County, how many beds are you anticipating that you might have to build?
We are anticipating between 500 and 600.
Wow.
But we're at 49 and going strong. It's an ongoing need because you have people moving into and out of the county, so things will slow down. It's kind of busy now
Right.
because we're new
Just getting
and the
going.
word is just getting out there. But we are anticipating, based on our population, probably 500 to 600 beds.
Wow.
And at $250 a bed, that adds up.
Very quickly. That's a lot of zeros.
And you have to say, and raising kids and raising a family, I mean, $250 a bed, that's, for the quality of bed that's being provided, that's really good pricing there, that
Right.
if they were gonna go out and buy something of similar quality, it would cost much more, but they don't have the means to buy it, so that's why
Correct.
Sleep
So
in Heavenly
we're,
Peace exists.
we're there to help those folks that are, they're working, but they're spending on utilities, they're spending on rent, they're spending on childcare, and there's just not much left for things like furniture.
So if somebody has a need for a bed, is that part of the process that are you looking for people to house the beds in? I mean,
Oh, no, we have, the outlet center has given us a section of their, 3-bay
right.
building, and it's very nice out there, so we're working together with them, and we're storing our beds and bedding there.
So that was one of the logistics things we talked about.
Correct.
You have
Yes.
a place to store them.
Right.
Correct.
And that was kind of one of the things that we had to figure out before we even wanted to become a chapter, because once we applied, it was boom. Tammy and I are needing to go to Utah the 1st of May for a 2-day training to
To learn.
become a chapter.
Yeah.
And once we come home, we're a chapter, and it's like, okay, what do we do with our beds? So it was very important for us to find a warehouse first.
So if a family has a need, are you looking for families that have needs now to
Yes, we are.
get on the list?
Mhm.
How would they go about doing that if they're interested?
They go to SHPBEDS, which is shipbeds.org, and there's a link there to apply for a bed. You fill out the application, and as you fill out the application, you'll put in your zip code. And then it'll come up to,
The
yes,
local
we're,
organization, yeah.
yeah, it'll come up that we're covering your zip code. It goes by zip code, so if you put a zip code in that they're not servicing yet, keep trying, because it is growing.
Which is what happened right now until you become a chapter, right?
Correct. And when you go on the website, again, you're going to see Kosciuszko County on the top of it until May, and then it'll show Fulton County.
Yeah.
But go ahead, and if people want to, go ahead on, even though it says Kosciuszko, apply for a bed, fill out the application, because we are delivering in Fulton County.
Because they have a great partnership with Costco.
Correct. They've been amazing.
Yeah, and everything is by zip code. And when we started, we only had, our very first times out was with only 4 zip codes for Fulton County. we have added more, and what are we, about 8, 9 zip codes now? So just in that short time, we've, expanded to more zip codes. So if they don't find their zip code is serviced, please keep checking.
So you're a startup, but also you have a history of getting help from Scottsdale County and the Optimist Club standing behind you.
Correct.
What's your biggest challenge going forward, do you think?
I think our biggest challenge in the long run is going to be fundraising. Again, it's that being in a rural community where we don't have the large businesses donating. So I think that's going to be a challenge, but I think we're going to rely on the generosity in Fulton County, and I think it's going to be amazing. We have to have 40 people for the bed build, and I am not at all worried about having 40 people for the bed build. I think we might have 80 or 100.
And that's
Because
April
we've
11th again.
Correct.
Yes.
April 11th at the Baptist Church on Main Street at First Baptist, right in the parking lot. And we're going to start at 8 a.m. so people can come and they can sign up there if they haven't signed up ahead of time.
Should they bring tools?
Nope.
No.
We will
Everything.
provide everything.
Yep, everything will be furnished.
And the supervision and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So, we talked about the biggest challenge. What's the most gratifying thing you've seen so far with your relationship with SHP? Sleeping Heavenly
A
Peace.
child's face.
Suellen hit it when you see that child's face and they are so excited to have a bed. The teenagers kind of like to be a little more chill about it. They aren't going to jump up and down on the bed, but you can tell everybody's happy and everybody's smiling.
Well, yeah, because the bed's kind of your own little private space,
It is.
too.
Yeah, we put up a couple of bunks in one home, and we had one bunk built, and while we were starting to work on the other, the kids were on the first bunk, and they were so excited. It was just great.
So if people want to learn more, can they contact either of you?
Yes.
Absolutely.
How would they do that?
Well, our phone numbers are out there. Mine is 574-261-5063.
And I'm 574-835-4284.
Okay, great. So, great initiative. Thank you for taking this on and seeing a need in our community and solving the need. That's what it takes action to do. And speaking of the need, that gets back to our trivia question. We appreciate what you're doing in the community. Thank you for all you're doing and taking the steps to help out the community. And volunteers are needed to help build beds and raise funds. So,
And deliver beds.
And deliver.
beds. So getting back to our trivia question, this is based on the number of children in Indiana. What is the reasonable estimate of number of children in Indiana that do not have a bed? The hint is it's 2 to 3% of the population. So the answers are 2 to 11,000, 12 to 31,000, 32 to 50,000, and greater than 50,000. And Tammy mentioned that there may be a need of at least 500 here.
That's kind of why I asked that question. It's kind of helping me get to that end. I'm going to go with greater than 50 because you figure 500 in Fulton County and you take the 92 counties and there's larger counties than Fulton County. I'm going greater than 50.
There's no really wrong answer in this because these are estimates because
Right.
it's not like a census question. So the answer I saw was 32 to 50, but that's just an estimate. So it may be 50 or more. So there's a need out there. So Sleep in Heavenly Peace can help meet that need. Thank you for what you're doing.
You're welcome.
We'll close with words of wisdom today from great American businessman Henry Ford. Anyone who stops learning is old. Whether at 20 or 80, anyone who keeps learning stays young.
Very good. Ladies, thank you very much. Best of luck. And Todd, thank you. And we'll talk to First Federal next Friday morning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
With
Thank
those
you very
words of
much.
wisdom,
Great job.
This has been the First Federal Program. Join us every Friday at 7:30 on WROI Giant FM.